All rise and shout. It is time for What's Trending. Yeah, more of that, please. BYU men's basketball preparing for St. Mary's. What's Trending, presented by Bodyguards. Protection for a life worth living. Learn more at bodyguards.com. Jarom, we just saw some of the highlights of the season.
None of those were from last
That was fun. No, not during the losses at the Bay Area.
I wish they were.
What changes can BYU men's basketball make at this point of the season to improve the trajectory for the remainder of the season?
It's tough because you're 23 games into 31 regular season games, right? Or something like that. Okay, there's a few ideas. I mentioned it yesterday. Is it time BYU considers starting Rudy Williams for Dallin Hall? I know It was one good week. It wasn't, a spell of 4 or 5 games, but I just wonder if Rudy Williams is your best option immediately. Leading the team in scoring. Amazing 2-game set, his best 2-game set of scoring in his career. Maybe it's time for that. I don't know. Will it make that big of a difference? You're searching for answers. Maybe try it. Does BYU try to value possession more? 24th worst turnover percentage in the country right now at 22%. Is it too late to change that offensive philosophy? Or can you just be like, listen, we value the ball more, so this is too aggressive. Or this, you don't want to take away from plays of aggression that lead to good things, but you also want to not turn it over. You got to get a shot up to make a shot. Come on. Can Foose be a bigger part of the offense? Can his usage rate go up? And then I want more Spencer Johnson. In league play, he's shooting 64% from 3. Like, more sets for him, more shots from him. Maybe an okay shot from him is better than a good shot for some of the other guys on the team. Those are 4 thoughts that come to mind.
More Spencer is always the answer, Jarom.
On this program, typically that's the case.
I'm going to spin off your second point, and that is dealing with pace of play. I feel like BYU is clearly in a rush a lot. And I don't know if
by design.
I don't know if I want them to be purposely and intentionally as much.
What do you want?
Try and limit turnovers and value possession more. That was the phrase you used.
Slow down a little bit?
Just slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Because
Tempo, BYU's 35th in the country.
It's so fast. And I feel like that is a huge part of why BYU is turning the ball over a lot, is because they're just trying to go fast. And Mark Pope told us that hey, we want to play at a lightning pace. We really want to go. That's how we feel like we have an advantage. That advantage has now resulted in BYU turning the ball over 16-plus times a game. That's just too many. And so maybe just at certain junctures of the game, times of the game, just slow down a little bit, be a little bit more methodical with possessions. I don't know if BYU is in a position at this point of the season to be able to do that.
Yeah, you're pretty deep in.
But I would love to just see a change of pace a little bit. Mix things up on offense. Don't always just go fast, and punch it into Foose. And just
I'd love for it to start there.
Slow it down just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be the whole game, especially against St. Mary's. St. Mary's is a team that will absolutely obliterate you if you turn the ball over 15 or 16 times.
I think if BYU has 12 turnovers, I'm concerned.
Yes.
Like there are fewer possessions in this game.
Absolutely.
Because their pace is so slow.
So pace of play right there is one thing that I would like to see change to try and help.
11th slowest in the country.
St. Mary's.
Yeah, St.
So
Mary's.
slow. You turn the ball over 16 times against that team, you're done.
That's tempo. Average possession length is 6th slowest
I know.
in America. Princeton's they are so fast.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe it's because it is St. Mary's week, because I just thought, oh gosh, here comes the team that's so slow and so smart and so disciplined. If BYU turns the ball over 16 times, they're going to lose on their home floor by double digits. St. Mary's is just
easily
is that
happen
good
in this game. Yeah, St. Mary's is really good. BYU's got to play a good game like they did against Gonzaga.
Secondly, BYU's defense, through 10 games into the season, we were all like, oh man, the defense they're playing hard. Their metrics were really good. Now they've slid to number 172 in defensive efficiency. They have gotten markedly worse as the season has gone on. I feel like if you want to get better, and quick, and you can make some changes immediately, you start on the defensive side of the basketball. BYU has not played good defense. They have not been good off of ball screens. They have the hedges have just not been as aggressive as they were early in the season. Maybe teams are figuring out how to get around BYU and their defensive philosophy, but mix it up. Throw in some zone looks more often. Just change things up because everybody knows what BYU is right now. I feel like BYU is an easy team to scout right now. 23 games in. Switch things up. Give offenses different looks. Throw a zone in. Throw different types of zones in against St. Mary's just to throw them off pace a little bit. See if that will help. BYU is always going to be aggressively rebounding, and I appreciate that. Yeah. They play hard.
Still a good rebound.
I just don't think the man-to-man defense and what they're trying to do right now is good enough. And it's a little bit predictable, and they're a little bit slow in their rotations. You can fix those things. I feel like that is fixable even at this point of the season is defensive rotations, effort, looks, throwing some zone looks, things like that. Those are the types of things I'm looking for from BYU.
BYU's still 32nd in defensive efficiency, so that's pretty good. Maybe they're better than we think. BYU has lost one game by double digits. I don't know that BYU's super far off sort of correcting some of these things because they're not getting destroyed. They came back against USF. Santa Clara's a close game at the end. It's disappointing that BYU's losing, but this team's 14-9, but they're not getting blown out of the water. One loss. Think of some of the tough games. One double-digit loss was to UVU. One.
Yeah, San Francisco felt not as close as it was.
Right. They came back. That one's deceptive, but overall, kind of weird. Topic 2. If making a bowl game is the minimum standard for success in football in year 1 of the Big 12, what is it for men's basketball?
Well, I did just go by the numbers to answer this question. And if BYU getting to a bowl game is 6 wins, going 6-6 in the regular season and a 500 record, then why would we not set the mark right at about 500 for men's basketball?
Too high.
You feel like it's too high?
Too high.
I feel like
500 is pretty good in year 1.
I feel like BYU can not as aggressively schedule in the non-conference.
Welcome to what Utah did in the Pac-12. And we were like, what do you do?
No.
I understand.
You get it. You get it.
And that's the Pac-12, not the Big 12, the number 1 basketball conference in America.
Here's what I'm asking for. Let's say BYU plays 13 non-conference games like they did this year.
They will.
Yeah? They can schedule light enough to go 10-3 in the non-conference.
That's the hope.
Okay? Yeah. And then 6-12 in Big 12 play would give you 16
That's exactly
wins.
What I said,
16, let's go. 16 wins and 15 losses, just a hair above 500. And we're doing this based off of what we're seeing with this year's team and this roster, right? Because we don't know what other potential pieces could come into play.
Well, yes.
The transfer portal.
I'm kind of just the average BYU team the last couple of years. Obviously, this is probably, this is Mark Pope's, worst team of the 4. Right now.
Yeah.
The first year was the best. The second year. So it's kind of, we're on a little slide here, but when you win 3 games in the NIT, I'm not going to call you a bad team.
No.
I wouldn't even call this team bad. It's just not up to standard, which is they're not in the NIT. As of right now, I don't think BYU makes the NIT. They can climb into the NIT, but looking next year, yes, I say 6-12 as well. I say, yes, non-con, you'll play in one MTE that is challenging, but it depends on the MTE. So multi-team event. So basically around Thanksgiving, you go and play in a tournament. It's not Maui, we know that. It's not Battle for Atlantis. So maybe it's Diamond Head or something where you can win 2 of those 3. If it's Maui or Atlantis, those are tough. Like if you win 1 game, you're like, nice work, everybody. That's what happened this year with BYU. And in non-conference, if you can go 10-3, great. San Diego State's going to come to Provo. That's a tough game. You're probably going to play at Utah. Do you play Utah State at all?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, right?
Probably
do you need it? You don't need it.
Probably still play Weber State. Maybe there's some Idaho State, a Southern Utah.
There's more of these other games that when you look at the schedule, you go, what? Well, do you want BYU to make the postseason or not? Like in football, are you calling for Miami and Ohio State to be on the non-conference schedule in football? No. We're calling for 1 P5. And maybe it's Utah, maybe it's not. Next year it's Arkansas, right? Because we want to make a bowl game in football. Like you have to schedule a certain way for success. I've been calling for this for a while. Obviously in the Big 12, that's tougher. That's awesome. We want that challenge. We also want that TV money. Like this is part of the deal. And in men's hoops, you have to schedule way easy. You have to mail it in to a certain degree. You can't be the WCC team clamoring for quad 1s and 2s because you have too many. in league, and 6-12 is the number for me as well. A nice third. If you go 6-12, like you have 6 good wins, dude.
Yes,
and
I
you
know.
have 12 not bad losses. Like BYU is going to enter the era in league where there's now a single loss that is bad. They will all be good to the committee where they'll go, well, look at that schedule.
They play in the number 1 rated conference in America.
And look, they got 7 quad 1 wins.
They have 7 quad 1 wins and went 6-12 in conference.
Yes, and BYU walks into Kansas City, visits Andy Reid's house for a cheeseburger, and hopes to win 1 game in the Big 12 tournament next year. And go, are we good enough? Are we good enough? And the answer is probably going to be no at that record. But it's like, okay, we're in the NIT.
Yeah.
We're building. We're gathering. We're getting great recruits because this is high-level ball. We had some nice wins. Oh, we got like
Colin Chandler's coming back from a mission.
We got Kansas State at home, or what? And we got so-and-so. Like, you build off that, and we'll just have to take our lumps for a couple years in a few sports, not soccer and volleyball and cross country.
They'll be ready immediately.
They'll be winning league titles within the first couple years. But yeah, that's probably the way.
Man, 16-15. And again, this is, let me clarify, minimum standard for success. Minimum. We're not talking about like what BYU could do.
Not like, that would be great. It's like, no, I would say that's a good start.
Sure.
Because you're a startup. You're not an established business, if you will.
Yeah. I said
the
football's
business model is different.
I got football's over under at 7.5 right now. You know, like not making.
I'd go 6.5. Like, year 1, we don't know what it's going to be like. We're just starting this thing.
Minimum threshold of basketball. Yeah, we agree. Maybe a hair over 531 games.